guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me put a scenario out there for you. It's a Monday morning. You woken up straight up with Monday morning blues. Your coffee has been spilled because you're sleepy and not ready to get on with the day. Because let's face it, we're human, it's alright. And the outfit that you picked looked better in your head the night before than it is in person, and now you're running late. You're automatically going to assume that you're having a bad day, okay? And if you're one of those people that doesn't think they're gonna have a bad day even after the series of unfortunate events, and that, you know, things happen, it's all right, then you don't need to watch this video. You can X out of it because clearly you have life held by the reins and you're doing pretty okay, so kudos. But if you're one of the other lot of people, then I think you should stick on, because today we're going to talk about how your thoughts create your reality. Let me tell you what's going to happen now that you've assumed you're having a bad day. Your subconscious mind is like a baby. It will believe whatever you say to it. So the fact that you've said, I'm having a bad day, your subconscious mind is going to make you hyper focus on everything going wrong. There may be a lot of things going right, like the last minute outfit you chose could receive a lot of compliments, or you reach work a little late but nobody realizes, you don't get reprimanded for it, but your brain is going to focus on everything else that's gone wrong. You're going to end up thinking, okay, I've had a bad day. But what's happened is it could have been a good day had you changed your focus. And that's what I'm here for, to help you change your focus. Now, you can't really blame yourself for this because we've all been brought up to a certain extent in a way where we don't see the brighter side of life. Major reason why we don't see the brighter side of life, why our brain goes to the worst case scenario when something goes mildly wrong, is because of the social construct we're in. You can't really blame anybody though, because our adults, our parents, their parents probably didn't have the tools in order to change their focus. They saw things in a certain way because of the certain experiences they've had, and it's been passed down. This is where we break that pattern, because now you have the tools and tips and tricks to change your perspective so you have a better, brighter, happier life. Because who wants to live like this? It gets a lot harder to change this mindset if you're an overthinker, much like I was and still am to a certain extent, but I've learned to control my brain and my thoughts from spazzing out. What used to happen was I would hit a minor roadblock. What happened next was I'd think about it and my thoughts would branch into other thoughts, and I would think about it so obsessively that is the exact outcome that would be thrown back at me. And I'd say, oh my god, my intuition is so strong. I knew this would happen. But in actuality, I was just throwing those vibes, that energy into the universe. So the universe would think, okay, this is what she assumes, this is what she expects, so this is what we'll give her, which is so terrible. A real-time example I can give you is I wasn't the brightest bulb when it came to math, and I don't know why I had this stupid little scare inside. So we had this really important exam coming up, and I had a bunch of friends who I used to study with. Everyone studied. I studied a little too hard. I was over prepared, right? We all go into the center, we give the examination. The paper was easy, but I had already thought inside my head that I'm bad at math. I'm not going to get this. No matter how much I've prepared, they're better than I am. I'm not going to do well. The paper was easy. It was something I had done before within those past 30 days. The people who had not given the practice exam did better than me, because I already went into the examination hall thinking I'm not going to do well. I could have gone into the examination hall thinking to myself that you've got this, you're confident, you've prepared, but my brain went to the worst case scenario at that point, which was I wouldn't do well, everybody will be really mad at me, my mom's gonna be disappointed, I can never do any better. and I went forward with the paper thinking those things. I didn't boost myself up, even though I'd done the work, which is why that's what reflected back to me. And this is basically what we need to change. We need to stop going to the worst case scenario every single time we hit a tough situation or a minor roadblock. So now we know where we're going wrong and what we got to do to change it, but how do we do it, right? Now, this is way tougher. It's taken me a very long time. And like I say in all my other videos, I still slip from time to time. But again, that's human nature. So we move forward, we work through it, and we start off with baby steps. So what I want you to do is wake up every single morning, starting today or whenever it is you're watching this video. The next time you wake up, the first thing you got to do is say to yourself, I'm going to have a brilliant day today. Universe, show me how good it gets. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't believe in universe and vibes and energies, but you're putting this out into your subconscious brain that I'm doing this and it's going to work. And trust me, within 10 days, you are going to see a significant change. Every time you hit a roadblock where things are not going your way, instead of thinking of the worst case scenario, think of the best case scenario. Now, this may be hard. So at the beginning, write it down. Write it down into existence. Write it. Read out how the situation could work in your favor multiple times till you start feeling it. It's all about what you think. Like I said, your subconscious brain is so powerful, but it's still like a baby. So it will believe whatever you say to it. Your thoughts that you put to your subconscious will be reflected back to you in your reality. I don't have enough amount of time to share the stories with you for you to believe this. So trust me, just try it. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to take something away from you. It can only do you good. When you get to a point where you feel like you're overthinking, when things are slipping out of your control, take a breath, go somewhere quiet where you can get a hold of your thoughts and say to yourself, why is it that I feel like I don't deserve the best case scenario to happen for me? Because you've seen it. Other people have things going on for them, things that are going in their favor. Why can't things go in your favor? Pinpoint to the places where you think you don't deserve this and work backwards, because you do deserve it. What you need to understand is if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't desire it. I'm going to say it again. If you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't desire it. This is a law. So if it's been stated, why is it so hard for you to believe that everything could go according to plan? I have spoken in my previous video as to how you can build yourself up in order for you to believe that everything can work in your favor. If you haven't seen the video, it's not too late. The link is in the description. You can go check it out after this video if you feel like you need it. Trust me, everything can pan out exactly the way you want it to. All you have to do is believe in yourself. You need to change your thought process into knowing that if somebody else can have it, you can have it too. Like I said, and I'm going to keep repeating this till the day I die, if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't desire it. Being that job, that role in a film, that person, if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't desire it, buddy. So you need to move forward with that thought in mind. You are the only writer of your story. The narrative is in your hand. So make it a good one, not a tragic one, because we've seen enough tragedies. It's time for like a funny, happy situation where the happy ending and everything after that does exist. It's not just in the films. We've heard people saying this in Hindi films too, where everything's all right in the end. So how about we just believe it? It's not being delusional. It's just bending reality to work in your favor. And this is not against the law to do so, because you're all living individual lives where you deserve the best. Why would you want to live a half-assed life where you're not getting what you've always wanted, where you're unhappy? Doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? Don't let that be your life. Of course, it's needless to say that once you change your train of thought into believing everything works out for you and that you can, in fact, get everything out of life exactly the way you want it to, because again, you wouldn't desire it if you didn't deserve it. You are going to have to put in the hard work as well. But put in the hard work knowing that you are going to get nothing but the best results and the results that you want. So what are you waiting for, guys? X out of this video and start practicing right now to change your mindset so you can live your dream life. But not before you like, share, subscribe, and send this video to someone you think needs to hear this. And I will see you next time. Have a great week and life ahead.